Hello and welcome. This is your English listening practice. Today, I want to share a very special story with you. A story about my first salary day. It is a simple story, but also an emotional one. A day full of excitement, pride, and gratitude. Take a deep breath, relax your mind, and get ready to listen. Let's begin. It was a normal morning, but it did not feel normal to me. I woke up earlier than usual. I looked at my phone again and again. I was waiting for one message. My first salary. I had been working for 1 month. It was my first job. Everything was new for me. New people, new responsibilities, new challenges. Some days were easy, but many days were difficult. I made mistakes. I felt nervous. Sometimes I even thought, can I really do this job? But I didn't give up. Every day I tried to learn something new. I listened carefully. I worked hard. And slowly, things started getting better. And now it was salary day. I sat on my bed, holding my phone tightly. Will it come today? I whispered to myself. My heart was beating fast. Then suddenly, ding, a notification. I quickly unlocked my phone. It was a message from the bank. Your salary has been credited. For a moment, I just stared at the screen. I read it again and again. Then I smiled, a big, real smile. I did it, I said softly. It was not just money. It was my effort, my time, my hard work. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Thank you, God, I whispered. Thank you for helping me reach this day. I felt proud, but also very emotional. After a few minutes, I got ready for work. But that day felt different. The world looked brighter. Even the small things made me happy. On my way to the office, I kept thinking, what should I do with my first salary? I had many ideas. Should I buy something for myself or save the money? But deep inside, I already knew what I wanted to do first. When I reached the office, everything was the same, but I was different. My colleague smiled and said, "Hey, did you get your salary?" I smiled back. "Yes, I did." "Congratulations," he said. "Thank you," I replied. Throughout the day, I worked as usual, but inside, I felt a quiet happiness. During lunch break, some of us talked about our first salary memories. One person said, "I bought a phone." Another said, "I gave all my money to my parents." I listened carefully and smiled. After work, I didn't go home immediately. Instead, I went to a small shop. I wanted to buy something special, something meaningful. I walked slowly inside the shop, looking around. Then I saw it. A beautiful sari. Simple, elegant, and soft. I touched the fabric gently. This is perfect, I thought. This is for my mother. When I was a child, my mother always took care of me. She worked hard every day. She never bought expensive things for herself. Even when she needed something, she would say, "I'm fine." I picked up the sari and held it close. "This is my gift to her," I said softly. After that, I went to a sweet shop. "Please give me 1 box of sweets," I said. It felt like a celebration, a small one, but from the heart. Then I went home. As I opened the door, my mother looked at me. "You're late today," she said. I smiled. Yes, I had some work. She nodded and went back to the kitchen. I walked to my room, put my bag down, and took a deep breath. Okay, this is the moment, I told myself. I picked up the sari and the sweets and walked to her. "Ma?" I said softly. She turned around. "Yes?" I held out the bag. "This is for you." She looked surprised. "For me? Why?" I smiled. "Because today, I received my first salary." For a moment, she didn't say anything. She slowly took the bag and opened it. When she saw the sari, her eyes became soft. "You bought this? For me?" she asked. "Yes," I said. "And this too," I added, giving her the sweets. She looked at me again, and this time, her eyes were full of tears. "You didn't need to do this," she said gently. I wanted to," I replied. She touched the sari with care, as if it were something very precious. "It's beautiful," she said. Then she looked at me and placed her hand on my head. "Thank you," she whispered. That moment, I will never forget. It was not about the price of the sari. It was about love. It was about giving back, even in a small way. Later that evening, we sat together and ate the sweets. We talked, we laughed, and we shared that simple joy. That night, I went to my room and sat quietly. I checked my bank balance again and smiled. Yes, the amount is not very big, I thought, but it means everything to me. I opened my notebook and started writing. "First salary day," I wrote at the top of the page. Then I wrote how I felt. Grateful, happy, proud, and also responsible. Because now I understood something important. Earning money is not easy. Every rupee has value. It comes from time, effort, and patience. Before sleeping, I closed my eyes and said a small prayer. "God, thank you for this blessing. Please guide me. Help me use this money wisely, and help me grow, not just in my career, but also as a person." I felt calm, peaceful, satisfied. That day changed something inside me. It was the beginning of a new journey. A journey of independence. A journey of learning. A journey of becoming stronger. And even today, when I think about my first salary day, I don't remember the amount. I remember the feeling, the smile on my mother's face, the warmth in my heart, the quiet thank you to God. Thank you for listening to my story. Now, take a moment and think, what would you do with your first salary? Would you spend it, save it, or share it with someone you love? Whatever you choose, make it meaningful. Because your first salary is not just money. It is a memory that stays with you forever. Now, take a deep breath. You did a great job listening. If you didn't understand everything, that is okay. Listen again. Practice every day, and your English will improve. Thank you again. See you in the next practice.